What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my preview of Manchester City's away game against Wolves in the Premier League. Before I do crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, to subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description, where you can find my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Big Up. I'm going live on Big Up on Monday, 1 PM BST, doing a full match analysis of this game for Manchester City, so do go and check that out. Links and details, they are in the description. It is free to sign up and you become a member of my channel. That would be much appreciated. And also, don't forget, you can check out my email too in the description if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. And finally, I'd say a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Football Prizes, who have got a great prize that you can go and check out and be in the chance of winning. It's a signed, framed Manchester City shirt by no other than Pep Guardiola. 16 instant prizes to be won. £2.95 to enter per ticket. There's 299 tickets available. They are going fast, so do go and check it out. Links and details, they're in the description. And a big thank you to Football Prizes for sponsoring this video. So, international break done and dusted for another 4 weeks. Fabulous. So, match information for this game. This game taking place at Molineux in the Premier League on Sunday, 20th of October 2024, with a 2 PM BST kickoff time, with the game being broadcast live on Sky Sports in the UK. Anyone heading down to Molineux for this game, do enjoy yourself and do have a cracking away day. So, our opponents, Wolves, formed in 1877, led by manager Gary O'Neill. Currently bottom of the Premier League. They've played 7 games. They've not won any games this season. Drawn just 1 and lost 6 games. They have won in the League Cup though, beating Burnley 2-0 before progressing to the 3rd round and going out in the 3rd round against Brighton, losing 3-2 away from home. In the Premier League, they've scored 9 goals this season and conceded 21. Safe to say the international break has come at a good time. In terms of their Premier League form though, they've lost away to Arsenal, at home to Chelsea, before drawing away at Nottingham Forest, before losing their next 4 Premier League games: at home to Newcastle, away to Aston Villa, at home to Liverpool, and then lost their last game away from home against Brentford, losing by 5 goals to 3. So in terms of their dangers, Cunha, their main danger man for me. Got to keep him quiet, and I'm confident that we can keep Wolves quiet as well. Got a pretty good midfield made up of Andre, Lamina and Gomez. Lots of runners, lots of directness in there. So they're going to try and make it difficult for Man City to try and break Wolves down. So if we could get an early goal and score first, then that would be absolutely brilliant to put ourselves in a strong position. Few times this season we've gone behind and made hard work of games that we didn't necessarily need to make hard work of. And I know we can look at the game and say that on paper Man City should be winning this at a canter, and it should be a bit of a formality for Manchester City. I don't think that gives the true tale of how much of a banana skin this is for Manchester City, because they've got a good team. They're just not performing very well. Semedo at right back, Ait-Nouri at left back, Sam Johnston in goal. A good team, a really good team. So should be doing better than 20th place, in my opinion. Much better. Now, they do have some injuries. Mosquera injured, Boubacar Traore injured, Menajou injured, Medina injured, Kalajic injured, and the biggest loss for them, Hwang. He's also missing from this game as well, and Hwang was one of them players that really caused a lot of problems for Manchester City in our away match at Molineux last season in the Premier League, and it led to Wolves beating Manchester City that afternoon. So City need to turn up and play a really good game, because if we don't, we could get stung. Wolves' form not great, but when they're at home, the teams that they've lost to have all been good teams, and they've all been pretty close games, and I'm expecting something similar here as well. Now, they normally line up with a 4-1-4-1 formation. So Sam Johnston starting in goal. The back four made up of Nelson Semedo, Dawson, Gomez and Ait-Nouri. In a midfield, 3 made up of Andre, Lamina and Gomez. I suspect it'll be Andre going into defensive midfield, and you're going to see Lamina, Gomez, Bellegarde and Cunha occupying as a 4-man midfield potentially, with Larson starting up top. could develop into a 4-3-3, depending on how Wolves want to play them transitions of plays. Now, for Manchester City, formed in 1894, led by manager Pep Guardiola, currently find ourselves second in the Premier League, unbeaten in the Premier League, played 7, won 5, drawn 2, won our last game at home against Fulham by 3-2. We won away from home in the Champions League before that by 4-0 against Slovan Bratislava. Looking at the form just before that, there was draws against Newcastle away and at home against Arsenal as well. And I feel like Manchester City, in a few of them games, have really felt the absence of Rodri and Kevin De Bruyne, which is also going to be felt in this game as well. Now, City, they have dangers all over the pitch that Wolves need to be careful of, so it's always a case of which players are injured so Wolves don't have to think about them. Well, Oscar, Bobb and Rodri are long-term absentees for Manchester City. Kovacic missed both games for Croatia during the international break, but it's believed that he's trained and good to go for this game. Manuel Akanji's been assessed. He's had an extra day off on top of everybody else, and so I think he's a bit touch and go, so I'm not too sure he's going to be risked, but it's believed that his little niggle that he does have isn't anything serious. Kyle Walker didn't train on Wednesday, and I've heard no update on him since, so I presume that Kyle Walker is good to go for this game. If he wasn't, I presume that he would have been mentioned, but here we are. Savinho and Ederson both returned back from the international break a day later than everybody else, so they've had an extra day's rest on everybody else, but again, both look like they're injury-free, and both Savinho and Ederson should be good to go for this game. Kevin De Bruyne and Nathan Ake, they have both trained after not training on Wednesday. They could be part of the squad, but I'm not expecting them to be part of the squad for this game. I imagine we may see Nathan Ake potentially midweek, maybe next weekend. Kevin De Bruyne probably going to need a little bit longer to recover, because I think City are just trying to exercise caution when it comes to the recovery of Kevin De Bruyne. City will want to ease both Nathan Ake and De Bruyne back into the squad over the coming weeks, which means we'll go on to my team prediction. I think we're going to line up with Ederson in goal, a back three made up of Ruben Diaz, John Stones and Josko Gvardiol, given a rest there for Manuel Akanji and Kyle Walker, because I'm a bit concerned about their fitness. Rico Lewis going into midfield and starting alongside him with Mateo, Kovacic, Ilkay, Gundogan and Bernardo Silva. Lots of runners in there, bits of creativity. I want to see more from Bernardo Silva, but definitely Gundogan, he's retired from international duty, so he's fresh. He's had a couple of weeks off. I want to see a lot more from Ilkay Gundogan. If Ilkay Gundogan can start to find his form, then Manchester City's midfield problems are eased tremendously. Because Gundogan hasn't really hit form is why I feel like Manchester City's midfield has looked a little weak, and to me there are other options that can come in to help Manchester City, the likes of Matheus, Nunes, James McAtee, Phil Foden. These are players that I'd be starting midweek in the Champions League rather than in this game. I'm a little bit concerned about the legs that Wolves have in midfield, so for me I'd be looking to try and counteract that and then try and have a little bit of a blitz out wide. Could see Savinho and Doku starting. I'm going Doku on the right wing and Jack Grealish starting on the left wing, and I'm only going with Jack Grealish on the left wing because I was impressed with Jack Grealish, with how he played for England in the international break, and I'd reward him with that because I feel like he's just starting to find some form. I'd start him here and see how he does. And I'm starting Erling Haaland up top, of course, for Manchester City. So, in terms of my score prediction, going 2-1 Manchester City. Haaland to score first in this game in the first half. I think Jack Grealish makes it 2-0 in the second half before Cunha makes it a grandstand finish, but City see out a narrow win by 2-1. A game that I think is going to be much closer than people are expecting. We're just back from the international break, so don't expect fireworks. I would like City to get off to a quick start, but it's all about how quick the City embed themselves and settle into this game. Wolves may just look to try and grab a goal in the first 5 or 10 minutes to try and sucker punch Manchester City. Got to be careful of that. We've seen Brentford do that to us, so we do have to be careful of that. Now, moving on to my betting tips. I fancy both teams to score here. Erling Haaland, of course, to score any time. But I fancy it if Jackie G starting, I reckon him to score or assist any time as well. Now, next up, Wolves take on Brighton away next Saturday in the Premier League. For Manchester City, it's back to Champions League action on Wednesday at the Etihad Stadium, where we're taking on Sparta Prague before we take on Southampton next weekend on Saturday, 3 p.m. BST kickoff time in the Premier League. Last note, no live watch along for this game, unfortunately, as I am away in London at Wembley for the NFL. I will have my experience for my vlog at the NFL, if that is your kind of thing, out on my channel on Monday. I will have my match review out on YouTube on Monday as well, and do remember, go and check out my big up link. That is in the description, where I'm live at 1 PM BST talking all things Manchester City's game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, all the analysis, and building up to Manchester City's game against Sparta Prague in the Champions League, and also looking ahead to our next Premier League game against Southampton next Saturday as well. So I'll see you then. So there we go, that has been today's video. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this match. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel. It is free to subscribe. Social media links, they're in the description if you want to go and follow me on my big up, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. Email also in the description too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. And finally, a big thank you to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Football Prizes, where you can go and check out that signed, framed Manchester City shirt, which is signed by Pep Guardiola. 16 instant prizes to be won, 299 tickets available. Tickets cost £3.95 per ticket, and you can get as many tickets as you want. So go and grab them whilst they are available. I am expecting them to go pretty quickly, and I'll see you all again for my match review on Monday. So I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.